Alright, we should be live. I am actually alive. I'm back. So, yeah. So, it's been it's been a few days, but everything's taken care of now. We'll have heat in the house again. So, yeah, my old furnace finally gave out, and we had to take care of that. And that's been on the brutal side, but it's done now, so I can start streaming again. I could not stream today. The amount of work that was being done in my basement, my house shook at one point. Um, Also, I do apologize if this winds up being a two-parter on YouTube or anything. While I do live very far north of the hurricane, it is still sending high winds and torrential rain in my area. So, while I'm certainly safe from, massive flooding and all of those problems, it is still not pleasant, just because it's not as bad as it is for everybody down south. Still causing all kinds of problems around here, so if I suddenly lose my internet or anything, that'll be why, and then I'll have to break it up into two separate things, because I don't have, actual editing software. I just use free stuff that's available, and so merging two separate videos into one full video is not something I'm actually capable of doing right now. So that... If I sound tired and out of it, it's because I'm very tired and out of it. Which is the perfect time to try and draft a power cube. A vintage cube, if you will. Because it's very close to a vintage cube, and aside from Booster Tutor, which, I'm going to be honest, my opinions on Booster Tutor since we're here, is I feel like either no the first time, should not have had Booster Tutor for the first iteration, or we should have had at least a couple other oddball cards that technically work. Maybe a conspiracy card or two or something along those lines. Alright, so what did we actually open here? I don't see any straight up power. So there's basically two major decks in Vintage Cube. One is the multicolored good stuff trying to combo kill the opponent, and the other one is the extremely tight aggro deck that preys really hard upon the decks that are trying to do silly degenerate things. And if I want to do the silly degenerate things, I probably want to grab Wheel of Fortune, and if I want to do the prey on these silly degenerate things, I probably want Mokti. So... which do I want to try? Let's take the Wheel of Fortune. Even if I wind up like a cool aggro deck, I can still use Wheel of Fortune, but Mokti was certainly very tempting. Alright, so now we have Wheel of Fortune. There's also an Entomb and Life Death here. And Reanimator is certainly something we could be doing. Ice-Till Explorer is not bad. We want to stick to the aggro route, potentially. We can run Felia. I think I'm going to grab Entomb because it doesn't have a good replacement. I think there's a Unmarked Grave in the packs also. But this is one of the best tutors if you're Reanimator, because it just puts it in your graveyard for you, so that way you don't have to do anything else. Right Persist, right Necromancy. Also would not mind Inquisition of Kozilek, but I think we just grab the Persist for right now. The problem is Necromancy can hit anything. You do have to be very careful. Oh my god, Necromancy has a scroll wheel on it because it's full text on Arena is ridiculous compared to the other thing. I think I'd take Necromancy first. It's close though. Necromancy allows for more options. I'm pretty sure Trax is somewhere in here, And it doesn't work with Emrakul like the old Eldrazi Titans, not because it doesn't like because they would shuffle back in because it does have flash, but if you cast it at instant speed, then it sacrifices at the end of turn and it does not grant haste. So, alright, do I want Wishclaw Talisman? Do I want some basic interaction? I think I want some basic interaction. So I'm gonna grab Kolaghan's Command. Yawgmoth is good, but not with what we're doing. So, gonna take Kolaghan's Command here. Hymn to Turok. Collective Brutality, Ancient Tomb. I think I want the Tomb, because the faster I get my reanimate things online, the better. If we wheel it, I would take the big scorecard that lets you exile a card from your hand and make a 3/3 Golem copy of it. Ooh, there's the Archon. That's a huge hit for Reanimator, so yeah, we're just going to take Archon here. Phrenic Search would not be terrible. Obviously, we're also on the lookout for Sneak Attack. I don't think we saw it in any of the packs so far. I'm trying to remember now. I think I would have noticed and commented on it because it's the Enchanting Tales from Wilds of Eldraine, and I love that one. Like, it's not my favorite one to own, but it's one of my favorite ones, like, concept-wise. Just the ogre, like, hunched down with, like, 2 branches in his hand, barely covering his face, and the flavor text of tries out the ambush tactic, where he ambush. He ambush now. See me leaves and branches? Ambush. Love that one so much. It's the good kind of pun. I mean, technically Emperor of Bones is both a reanimator and reanimation hate. Lots of green in this pack, but nothing that I'm super psyched to grab, so... No red-black dual lands. So yeah, we'll take the Emperor of Bones. Yeah, you can both hate on other opponent, like the opponent's reanimator strategy, so that they have to do it all in one turn or not at all. And also has the benefit of if it eats one of my things and I activate it, I will get big scary creature that I can attack with. Which one are you? 4/4 lifelink. Whenever one more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. Beginning of your end step of a non-land permanent. Left the battlefield, make a 2/2. This is the white-blue talisman. Mokti is still in the pack. This is a black-white, or I'm sorry, black-red dual land. Comes into play tapped. I think I want one of those first. The 4/4 lifelink isn't any shakes. Alright, we're gonna grab Life Death here as another reanimation spell over the Lotus Petal. Teysa, or Tersa, sorry. Teysa is the Orzhov lady. This is red with white and green. There is Persist, though, that did come back around, and we do have the Archon. Yeah, probably down for a Wishclaw Talisman at this point. It does run the risk of tutoring the opponent's thing, but we already have Kolaghan's Command to destroy it. We want to, so might get other things that work with it too. But yeah, just getting my big scary thing. Alright. I did say I would take Nexus, but I probably want Collective Brutality as it's a way to get rid of powerful things from the opponent's hand and discard the things I need to put in the graveyard, so probably just infinitely better. Ooh, we got a Mox. So, all Moxen are good, regardless of colors. I do have plenty of colorless requirements over here that the Mox will help with. So, we are absolutely snap-taking it. If the Mox were not here, I would probably take Psychic Frog, as it's a great discard outlet, but Yeah, we're just gonna take a Mox here. Get past. Ooh, Dark Ritual, Yawgmoth's Will, and the Black-Red Talisman. Well, we're vintage cubing. I think we want Dark Ritual here. Being able to ritual a Entomb and one of the other, like one of the Reanimate cards immediately is probably way too good. Also of note in this pack is Tinker and Xander's Lounge, which is a fetchable dual land where... Oh no, it's Savai Triome is, because it's one of the Triomes, of course it is. Bob, when I have an 8-drop in the deck, probably not. Iron Claw, not where I want to be. Questing Beast, not a good reanimation target. Are any of you, like, good reanimation targets over here? Not really, right? I guess Soren's okay, but I'm not thrilled by him. Stick him down here. Okay, there we go.
Cannot end soon enough.
Hush up, Soren. I'm looking at cards. So, the Overlord is a decent reanimation target. Ulamog is fine, but most of his value comes in his cast trigger. He is indestructible, so there's only a handful of cards that can actually kill him, though, if he's reanimated. This one I can discard to kill a thing early, and can be reanimated to kill all the opponent's little creatures. I think it's Overlord, but Ulamog would also be fine. It's not the Ulamog that shuffles back in. No, you take Overlord. I think it's close. I think either one of them be fine. That's the Ulamog that shuffles back in, so that one's not great. Grave Titan is castable. Triplicate Titan has more oomph when it comes in, because if it dies, you get all 3 of its pieces. So it's a lot more likely to... Like, this one has to get exiled, this one has to get killed before it can attack, and you still get the bodies. So, like, wrathing this one away doesn't help. This is Reprieve's alternate artwork, by the way, in case you haven't seen it. There is also an Abrade, but I think I want one of these two. I think I'd take Grave Titan only because it's castable. Like, if things are going wrong, I still get to Grave Titan. Red, blue, black. This one lets me discard a card as an additional cost. Help get things in the graveyard. Power equal number of card types among cards in your graveyard, and toughness equal 1+. It is only my graveyard, but I'm also kind of encouraged to do things. There's also Takenuma, is perfectly serviceable. Alright, give me the souls as another way to get cards in my graveyard. We're not really a Tendrils deck, but we're also not a Tribal Flames deck. I have a Savai Triome right now. I'm not gonna do anything with Tendrils. Give me Tribal Flames. I have the Savai Triome, so I technically have 3 lands. Oh, there's Sneak Attack. Perfect. Ooh, excuse me. Other Triome. Bone Crusher Giant's not terrible, but yeah, we're just gonna take Sneak here. Excuse me. Alright, Lightning Greaves as a thing I can play, so that way my reanimation targets can attack immediately. We're just gonna take the Perfect Talisman over the value Yawgmoth's Will, since I'm not a combo deck. Ardment, I guess? 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Didn't miss anything. Alright, who's hoarding all these packs? Nope, I thought maybe their name backwards might spell something. But it does not seem to. Alright, this is a fine one against, like, go wide aggro decks. Both as a way to kill something early and as a reanimation target at that point. It's basically a... it's a worse overall, oh, we got the triplicate Titan back. It's a worse overall, Massacre Worm, because it's not draining the opponent for 2 every time, or dealing 2 damage to them for each creature they lost. But it is cheaper on the front and back, so in that it can be cast on the front at all. There is a front for it. This has probably just got to be Fable, right? Like, nothing else in this pack is good for me. Lands don't match up. There's a Pentad Prism. Oh! Oh, shoot, that's a Mox. I literally did not see that. Like, I got so waylaid by Fable that I didn't even see the Mox. That is 2 Moxen now. Both off color. Hooray, now we can cast Life. Which we don't want to. We want to cast Death. It still throws me that they changed half the artwork on this. There is Grief. Kroxa. Probably not taking Kroxa right now, but there is a Magda for ramp. Blackcleave Cliffs. Honestly, I have to exile the card for Grief, right? But then I can reanimate Grief. Yeah, we're just gonna take Grief. Take Grief. Now that I have this watermelon here, I'm gonna... Soda's not helping. All the phlegm. Alright, Raucous Theater. Cut Down is not terrible. Yeah, I think... like, Carney T's fine, or Carney T, no, Carnage Tyrant. Which one is Carnage Tyrant then? What am I thinking of? I think we take Raucous Theater here. Now, which one is Carnage Tyrant now? Because now I can't picture it if that's not it. And I'm like... ooh, do we have any early creatures? We have Emperor of Bones, Souls of the Lost. And can we? Can we Recurring Nightmare? Is that a thing we can do? Because otherwise it's like Pyrite Spellbomb, and that's very underwhelming in comparison, so... Recurring Nightmare is literally one of my favorite Magic cards ever printed, so... if we can Recurring Nightmare, I'm down. Like, literally none of these cards are good for me. Take the scariest one. Like, something that I could actually put into play off of one of my other cards. But it still has to deal combat damage, so... and its only evasion ability is if you can ninjutsu it. Mox Diamond is strong. Snuff Out's an incredibly good removal spell to have access to. And we don't currently have... it is a Mox Diamond. It is super tempting, though. Just getting a mana ahead of the opponents is huge a lot of the time. I'm gonna take Mox Diamond. Got 3 Moxes now. Do I even need looting? Do I just take fixing now? I think I just take fixing now. I actually think I want the Bone Shards. It's a way to kill super problematic aggressive creatures and Planeswalkers, and it gets me a card from my hand into the graveyard. Probably just take Cliffs here now. Is Carnage Tyrant the hexproof Ixalan Dinosaur? That might be what I'm thinking of. Like the 7/6 hexproof Trampler. That's gotta be what Carnage Tyrant is. Because it's the same type of dinosaur, like the same T-Rex variant, I think. Not the best. Reanimate slash Emrakul. Reanimate slash sneak attack deck I've ever seen, but certainly serviceable. We do have sneak attack, but we don't have Through the Breach. Do I want Emrakul as an option? Take a look at our deck first, see if I want to get rid of anything. Would I rather have Emrakul, or would I rather have something I can actually reanimate? So first of all, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, so now can I get rid of these three? But I only need to add in, like, one more land. We can also get rid of the forest, because I'm not casting life. I have 3 forests when the only thing is, like, life over there. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And technically with Savai Triome and Mox Pearl, I could cast an Overlord, but... Alright, so we didn't actually pick up, like, any other decent early plays for Recurring Nightmare, so I think we can cut that one. Carnosaur is the worst, but would I rather have Emrakul for sneak attack, or am I okay just having worse overall sneak attack creatures, but better reanimate targets? You know what? Let's have fun. Here, Emmy. The other thing is I could just, like, stick Sorin in with Recurring Nightmare and maybe, like, the Karsi Revenant, so that way I have cheap creatures or, like, Luis as a closer slash thing that I can cast cheaply and reanimate with, like, Recurring Nightmare with. It's tempting, but I don't think I need any of it, so... Hey, let's give it a shot. At the very least, it's an interesting sneak attack reanimator deck. We have all the right pieces for it to be good. This is so close to just being a win. Like, we are just like the one scary creature, like a triplicate Titan here, instead of like a swamp, and I think I can't lose this game, so... Alright. We're gonna wait a turn on the Mox Diamond. them stuff. Strip mine's good, but that Ox Diamond, Scarred Swamp. Stop on their upkeep. See what they get first. Care enough about their upkeep, or do I just want to kill the Mox here? The thing is if they have like a Spell Pierce, I want to do it on their upkeep. If they have like Mana Drain, I want to do it here. I think we do it here. They don't Spell Pierce it specifically. Slow them down a tiny bit. Alright. That's bad if they have any way to recur land. Kill my Verge here, so I don't have double red anymore. And I still actually need to find something. I could Dark Ritual out Sneak Attack with the idea that I'm going to top deck. God damn it! I am so absolutely sick to death and back of playing against Wrenn and 6 Strip Mine in Commander Brawl. Like, I genuinely hate this thing, and getting hit by it here is just the actual worst. Alright, well. Need some better stuff here. Play that out, play this out. The other option was to run out the Lord of Bones, but they lost Necromancy, Leovold, they're pulling back Strip Mine to kill my land again. There's their bop. And now, because my land comes into play tapped, I would have to either Ancient Tomb here. Alright, fine. The Ancient Tomb. Brief. A peak. Let's lose Booster Tutor here. Yep. God, I hate Strip Mine on Arena so much right now, entirely because of Brawl. Like, Strip Mine is actually not that bad for a format like this, but I'm so impossibly over the card because of what it's been doing to Brawl. Alright, so they only have one unknown, so we can break up the Strip Mine loop now. Could we have broken up last turn? Did I screw up by not getting it last turn? Yeah, let's just break that up. And let's punch Wrenn and 6, because they're going to be able to sacrifice lands to tutor for stuff with the, or sacrifice creatures to tutor for lands with white. So I don't need them getting, I don't know if Wasteland is in here or whatnot, but Did I forget to play Raucous Theater? No, I played my Mountain last turn, but I should have played Raucous Theater last turn. I'm not going to have a mana to work with. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So technically they could get the End Stone online here, but that would put them to 10. I don't know if they want to risk that. Alright. I mean, that's not really helping, but that's also not what I wanted to see go the graveyard there. They can make that thing a 4/4. Alright, so we want to eat that. Makes him a 2/2 now. Alright. Okay. So I do think we want to do this because this will stop their End Stone from letting them draw extra cards this turn. By putting Leovold into play. So now, like, playing their fetch land and whatnot doesn't let Leovold, or doesn't let them draw cards with the End Stone. Okay. They have a Triplicate Titan. Terrific. Well, I'm back to being in trouble. So that's neat. I think I want the Archon, because if I get the Archon back, it kills their Titan, like, breaks it up into its constituent parts. What's the scariest thing they can get back from their graveyard? Probably Booster Tutor at this point. They have Regrowth. Alright. So, it does have Vigilance, so they can attack me if they want to. They're gonna eat my Archon. Yep, that makes sense. I genuinely forgot they had this thing and they can just get it back with Renin 6 next turn, too. Alright. It's the forest. Alright, let's cycle this. It's my guy 10 power. And Entomb's not going to do it, and they just get to attack me for lethal next turn. Yeah, because they just block with this, and it's like the 3 pieces after that. So. Or they don't even have to block, that's true. Alright, I don't think there's anything I can put into my graveyard that would matter here. Right, there's nothing with an ability... Okay, good enough. We can concede now. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could put from my deck directly into my graveyard that would change what's happening to me, and I didn't think so. But should always check and make sure before conceding. Alright. Yeah, I am so far beyond done with Strip Mine being in Brawl. Because I don't want to play Renin 6. And so I just keep running into recursive Strip Mine decks. Like, the other day, like, before the midweek Magic, I actually had 3 Renin 6s in a row pre-nerfed Vivi, and I only won 1 game out of the 3. Just, like, so miserable. Alright, if they're a little creature deck, I'm gonna be relatively fine. Yeah, like, I will get to kill Hierarch. Ooh, and then persist back to kill all of their stuff. So, if it's just like a mana dork because it's a ramp deck, then... Gee, I wonder... Loudly do I wonder if they have Strip Mine in their deck. Oh my god. So far beyond done with that card. Right? Okay. Well, that's good. I'm gonna get to kill their ignoble Hierarch now, too. And... Okay. Hey, so swamp or mountain is fine. You have to be careful though, because arena. There we go. It is very twitchy about proper tapping in situations like this. Yeah, you want to do a lot of manual tapping on the power cube. Auto tapper is not your friend. In fact, it is probably it's probably more of an opponent than the opponent. So far, they played entirely blue and green land, so there's not a whole lot they can have. I feel like this is look at one more card and then concede, yeah. Alright, 1-1. Feeling a bit better now that we actually did the thing. We reanimated a creature, and then we used sneak attack to put another creature into play, and that won us the game, so. We did both of the things the deck is supposed to do. Oh, hello, Mr. Mythic Player, or Miss Mythic Player. Some similar auction. They go first, they have Lurus. Okay. like how it didn't even give me the option. It's just like, no, you're discarding this. Okay. Hey, opponent, what have you got going on? So cool, you decide to keep this hand. Reanimate, Stoneforge Mystic, and Netherglyph. We're going to take the Reanimate, because that plays against my strategies. Because you can reanimate from either player's graveyard. Soul Ring off the top. Yeah, we have a Wheel of Fortune, so I'm just going to run out lands. Already played our Mox Diamond. Alright. They go grab. Hoping for something really expensive. Alright. And I have no good equipments to go get, so... I do have one I can go... I do have, like, one actual card I can go get, though. And their thing is kind... Oh, no, from your graveyard to the battlefield. Never mind. Sorry, Death is not reanimate for an extra mana. It is reanimate from my graveyard for an extra mana, so... I was going to say, now their Netherglyph is just, like, that much better. Like, they are letting me attack them for 3 more, though. Ah, there's Wheel of Fortune. Perfect. Yep, see, Auto-Tapper wanted to leave up a green mana for life. Bye, Lurus. Enjoy the graveyard. Did make their guy a tiny bit stronger, but I don't super care about that. Hit them for 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You got it. That did put another card type into their graveyard also for their 4th, so their Netherglyph's now a 4/5. I'm kind of losing this, but... Oh, they get my Lightning Greaves. You did it. Congrats. Which is certainly not nothing here, but... Because it's not like I'm going to cast Overlord of the Mistmoors. You know, I was counting my mana before. Play Raucous Theater. That seems pretty good here. Swing 3. See if they try and eat a card out of my graveyard. Because if they go for the eat, I'm actually going to discard Harvester to kill their Sash here. Because I can't save it anymore. Yep. That's fine. Yep, you got it. That sucks. Because this isn't good enough. Alright. Get to put me to 1 here. I only get the 2 bodies. I need something else. Alright, don't care about Lotus Petal. For obvious reasons. I go to 1. So 1. So yeah, I'm gonna be a mana short. Getting to live here. And a red mana short of killing them. Because the tokens themselves don't actually have haste. Oh, right! Never mind. I get to make 2 more. I genuinely forgot it makes 2 more. Tap it. Also, I kind of forgot they were going to be able to make a 1/1 here to block, so I don't even get to deal the 6 damage to them, but it does buy me a turn. Now they have 4 creatures and I have 4 creatures. 3 of their 4 creatures are going to die here, trying to kill me, unless they can kill one of my guys, in which case, yep, that'll do it. Yep, you got it. So close. But if you have a decent deck in a Vintage Cube, a lot of your games are going to be that close. I finally cast a Mox, so I finally get the achievement. Like, one of the actual Moxen. I have 2 in the deck, and we've played 3 games so far. Yeah, I've not gotten Oracle the Alpha and Cube yet, so. Nor have I managed to get any of the collectors to make their Moxens since the achievement was introduced. Because I've definitely drafted Oracle the Alpha and gotten the collectors to go off, but not since the achievements came out, so. Alright, well, we're 1 and 2, which is not unreasonable. Like, there are so many dumb decks that you're gonna run into in Vintage Cube that is not, and my hand was a little jank anyway. Alright. Little slow and dirtily. But actually, I'm gonna run out the Mox. I was wondering if I keep the Mox, but in case they have artifact destruction. Ooh. Well, in that case, I think now what I do is evoke Grief. Who's that one? Can draw a card here in response. We're gonna death back Grief. They're trying to decide if they want to draw a card. I'm 99.9% sure right now. If they don't draw a card, that's great, because then once they go down to 6, we're going to hit them with Grief again, and then they're not going to be able to draw with Library for a few turns, so... God, I wish I had one of the reanimates that can hit the other player, but... Alright, so we take... Stock up first. Resolve that. Then... Death back Grief. Take Pentad Prism. And then they basically have nothing. They have a 6-drop and a 9-drop. And if my guy dies, I get to hit them again, so... Unless they exile him. Yeah, run it out. Alright, this is fine. Assuming they're going to brainstorm here. Oh! Oh, they are going to. Okay, so we want to... each opponent sacrifices a planeswalker of their choice. So we kill Jace. That pops back up. And I don't have double black. Alright, well, that's fine. But we are going to evoke him again, then. And then we're going to persist him back, so... well, they can't cast Spell Pierce right now, so... I guess Crabomination? World to Phyrexia, because those are the only things that can do anything here. Well, I'm really glad I took those other two, but... Yeah, Gristlebrand's real good. But I have no cards in hand. Fortunately, this is not going to do it. Now, we did force them to have to attack first, so they can't pay the life and try and kill me this turn, but... You know, it's not too hard to conceive of them winning the game from here, so... Man, what a hell of a 2 cards in a row when we took everything else from them to stop them from being able to win this game. Alright. I mean, that will block one of my other things that I presumably get to attack with here, so... If I were to hit something cool... E-Toots, sure. Got a removal spell. My 5/4. Because it's not like I can draw Emrakul and sneak attack, so I have to draw something that I can cast. Equip, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana here. And I still don't have double black. God damn. Really? Like, actually? Alright, I'm still technically alive for a turn, but this turns off my Ancient Tomb now, so... I go to 1. Yep, that'll do it. Alright. You got it. Wow, like, Sneak it, or Show and Tell into Griselbrand, of all cards. Like, there are a lot of cards they could have had that would be really strong there that would not let them win the game. Like, that their deck could reasonably have, like Triplicate Titan, or your Battle Sphere, or, you know, like any decent, powerful creature that does not gain them 7 life and draw them a bunch of cards every turn. Like, literally anything other than Griselbrand or Atraxa. And I might have still been able to win that game. Or at least force them to do something else. Like, Atraxa, yeah, it had to be something that gained them a bunch of life and drew them a ton of cards at the same time. So... Was that after the, like, did they put Sneak Attack, or Show and Tell and Griselbrand on top of their deck with Jace? Was that what happened? That might have legitimately been what happened there. Oh yeah, I got a Core Set 2021 pack. I'm gonna say, I might actually get, like, some unique cards. Yeah, we'll get around to Omen Paths when Avatar shows up, and then get our big old pile of gems. Alright, well, that was my first attempt at the Power Cube. Like I said, the deck is actually decent. It had, like, all of the good cards that you needed. Like, it had Sneak Attack, it had a bunch of ways to discard, it had Entomb, it had multiple reanimation effects, it had some disruption, so everything was reasonable. And it's a Power Cube. Like, you know, you're going to run into a lot of unreasonable stuff. So... Alright, if you're watching this live, give me a minute, we'll do another one. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.